Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I thought it would be fun to do an update to my happy planner for the month of May. Today is May 1st as I film. A lot of people seem to really enjoy this last time. Primarily on my channel, I am a cash budgeting channel and I document my journey here of becoming debt-free. And I use the cash envelope system, but I do use Happy Planner to store my budget sheets and like track my expenses and things of that nature. So if you enjoy these videos, please let me know and I can definitely continue to do them. So these videos might be a little longer, so I hope you enjoy that. But so I have these budgeting sheets, which I need to get everything up on my Etsy. I don't think I have this up on my Etsy yet, so I have this expense tracker that you can put in the date range. I like to track my stuff bi-weekly, and then you put in the date, where you went, like what category it's going to come from, the amount, payment method, like if it was cash or a credit card, and then on cash stuffing worksheet, you check it off. You can track overall spending in certain categories if you want, and then it comes with this other sheet here where this is how I like to do my cash and stuffings, but you can write everything here based on the credit card and track it this way. So I have these sheets that I'm going to be adding in May. I am paid 3 paychecks in May. And then I have these budgeting sheets. This is already on my Etsy. So I'm going to punch holes in here with my little Happy Planner punch. Though it says max of 3 sheets. I don't think I have enough sheets for the entire month, but you know, it's enough to get us started here, which is fine. So the goal is in 2025 to use the things that I already own. So I have my Happy Planner stickers to the side. I want to try to utilize those in my planner. Oops. And this kind of gives you a more behind the scenes of how I use my Happy Planner, which is always fun to see. Okay, so let's see here. I like to start off with a budget by paycheck. Cash, so we need an expense sheet and a cash and stuffing sheet. What was this one? Okay, this is a different color. I accidentally printed it on cardstock, but we'll use that to not waste. So then this would go, this would go, this would go. Oh, I did have one. Okay, then we'll just keep this one to the side. So let's see here, expense. So we have at least 2 weeks available here in the sheets. So I'm going to open up to May. Let me pull this out. I'm going to need that. Oop. I might have just hit you guys. Sorry about it. Hopefully everything's in frame. I try to zoom in a bit more than I normally do so you could see everything. Let's see. So I like to put these sheets kind of right here when my checklists start. I forget what kind this one is called. Like there's vertical, horizontal, dashboard style. I don't know if this one's the dashboard style. I'm not sure, but anyways, so let's go ahead and set up for the month of May. So I already have it highlighted here of when I'm paid in May. I'm going to try to use stickers that I already own. I just don't know where I have everything. It might have been this one. Okay, so I'll use these little payday stickers. So we're going to just stick to these little $ ones. So we will put one here. So I'm a visual person, so I like to see where my bills fall in the pay cycle, especially because when I plan out my budgets, whatever bills come up in that pay cycle, I pay out of that paycheck, and then whatever I have left, I put to debt or my sinking funds. So I was quickly thumbing through that one. I don't think that was the one that had the stickers that I need. Let's try this one. Okay, so I found the book that I was using before to plan everything out. So firstly, let's try to do pinks and oranges, I guess, in this first week here. So we have rent that's due on the 1st. So rent, and it is $472.50 for my portion. Let's see. Oh, and then I have a note over here. So PPL, which is my electricity, that one is due on the 5th. And my portion is $39.02. And then I'll just write Joe up here for his portion. $78.03. I came prepared and I wrote some notes. We'll say the total is $117.05. And then we'll write in, I know my pay because obviously I got paid today, being that it is the 1st. So 1270.62. Okay, so then next up we have cell phone for the 10th. We'll use this like peachy color. Let's see, the 10th. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. I think I'm going to double check it first. We'll move that to the side. Apparently I keep putting things on crooked. So cell phone, 2861. So I'm going to be doing quite a bit of setup in this, more so than I did last time. So stick around if you're interested. This one, I'm just going to make a note. Joe, renters, insurance, $5.80 on this particular payday. That way we can track it, because we alternate that one back and forth. I think I added a bill last April and I didn't. Yeah, I did. Okay, so then on the 9th we have, I'm trying it out, ChatGPT for a whole slew of things. So this one is 2120. That might be it for this particular pay cycle of actual bills. We need to look for the black ones. Yep. Okay, so then how much do we have here? So the 15th through the 28th. I guess we will do like a yellow or something for the next one. So we have, oh, I don't need to just look at pink, whatever. Or don't mind me. I'm saying weird things. Who knows? So technically, my student loans are due, which my minimum is around 205. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I am trying to become fully debt free by the end of July, which is right before my birthday. So that means I need to do $600 every paycheck, approximately, to get out of debt by then. But I'm just going to write this here in case like something comes up and I can't do that. That way I at least know when it's due and the minimum to satisfy for it. So we have that. Then we have Planet Fitness. So we'll just say gym for 10. On the 17th, we have Comcast. Oh, shoot. I do have more bills there than I thought. So let's do this, like, purpley shade. My mom changes what her favorite color is. It always used to be yellow. Always. And then one day, she surprised us and said purple. We were like, who are you? So we're in this little pay cycle, we'll do yellow and purple, since those apparently are her favorites. Sometimes we wonder if my mom's just like losing her memory, or I don't know. So Comcast is my internet provider. We are looking to possibly change providers, but as of right now, we'll just put that down for May. And then we have CapCut on the 19th. Some of these things I kind of picked up the last few months, CapCut being one of them. Well, let's see, 1059. Then personal loans are paid off, completely consumer debt free. Okay. Oh, and then let's see, the pay cycle, and then we'll do. I just dropped my pen, guys. Sorry. And then we'll do Cricket on the 23rd. So doing this and having it all on the month like this just allows me to see, like, I can see it here, but it helps my brain a little bit to see when I get paid versus like when something's due. So I like to put it on my monthly spread like this. And then technically my last pay goes into June, but we'll set that up another time. We're just going to look at it a month at a time here. So that's cool though. I mean, this payment's going to help go into like the next month's rent, but I'm going to put it down for now. But I guess we'll start like these green colors, and then we'll carry that into that first pay cycle of June. But I'm going to put it here for now. I feel like I'm done with their crap, and I am probably going to cancel my Amazon Prime, but for now, we are going to put it down. There's so many reasons, and this video is going to be long enough, but yeah, I'm just so sick of it. So this is now done. We have all the notes. So this is how I function for the month and how I like to view things. So let's do some other housekeeping things that I typically do. So firstly, we will put this back in the front. I kind of forgot I was doing that challenge. I've just been dumping money to that trip instead of using a challenge. Okay, so I like to use my perpetual calendar, and I never wrote it down for April, but I have some notes to the side here. I like to track my debt numbers and things of that nature. Oh, which I didn't write this number down. Whoops. Complete oversight on my part. Let's look for it. So let's see. So 5.3. So it was at, oh, we need to put total debt. And it was at 5.375. And if you were watching and pointed out my mistake last time, thank you so much. Okay, and then what did I write? So I like to check my 401k balance. I didn't write when that was because they update at random times. So I'm just going to put it here. So we'll just say 401k, like, oh man, did it take a dip? I lost quite a bit, as a lot of people did. So, and I know I'm behind. My focus is on debt. I'm not contributing much at all. Let's see, 6, 9 point, what was it? 8.998. But once I'm fully out of debt, student loans included, I'm going to be increasing my contribution, and then I'm going to look into investing as well. So I like to put this here. That way I have a quick view, like a year at a glance, kind of like see how things progress. But I also like to track month to month. So first, let me pull this out. And okay, so first, let's go here. I like to put here my total debt as of, and we'll say May 1st of 25. And so all that we have left are student loans, which is, and I don't even need to put a total because this is what it is. So I'm going to say with interest. Principal, it was $3,979.59, like when I had made an extra payment in April. But as of March 1st, my balance is $3,996.50. And I like to put here with interest so that I know. So that is the total. There's really no need to write like, a total, because that's quite literally the last debt. Then I like to do my 401k balance, and then I'll say last update. I just checked it, but it was 430. Oops, I need a parenthesis. Good gosh, I do a lot of mistakes. So let's see here. Oh, that's good. It did go up. So it is now, it's still not where it was, I'll tell you that. But I do like to check this. It is interesting to see it grow. Even with only contributing 1%, it's still cool to see it grow. And I used to contribute much, much more, but I sort of took like a hybrid approach of like Dave Ramsey advice and such. You may not be okay with halting investing as you are getting out of debt, but for me, I needed to do that. When I first really focused and honed in when I started this channel in 2022, my take-home pay only used to be biweekly $980 and change. And with all of my minimum payments and all of my debts, and then just living expenses, all the things, I had no margin. So cutting that out helped me like really nick away at debt. And now my take home isn't that much more, but it certainly has helped over time. Okay, so that is what I track on that page. Now, first and foremost, let's just throw this in before we move on to other pages. Let's see here. So I like to put it here, like where my budget sheets and such go. You know what? Since we're here, let's just do it. So I had been liking how I divided it out last month, but let's use stickers. Now bear with me for a bit while I look for the stickers. Okay, now I'll just use this sticker here. I keep going in all of these different books trying to look. So this sticker is going to represent household tasks, and this is going to be more so personal tasks. So for household, I have right here, clean the floors, we'll say, clip cat nails, and then we'll just say clean the floors. I got a lot of my to-do list done. I deep cleaned recently, so I can't think of any off the top of my head, so we'll leave that for now. But I'm going to have in my personal section, research Wealthfront, and then I'm putting research lawyers, so I do want to look into that. I haven't shared that on my channel, but if you are new, I in 2023 had an emergency eye surgery. My retina detached. I had gone to my eye doctor 3 weeks in a row. I feel like there might have been some negligence there, and it was preventable. You can prevent your retina from detaching. Like if there's signs, you can get laser eye treatments. And basically, had my retina not detached and had time not passed, had I been educated that maybe go to the emergency in the meantime, my vision could have been saved. So I'm considering researching lawyers and seeing if there's a case there. But that's all that I'll say about that for now. But if you have any experience in just the little that I've shared, please let me know. But yeah, so I love checklists, so I'm going to just have these 2 categories for now, like household and personal, and it's just like a running list that I like to do for the month. So I want to update it. I started randomly doing it in April, so I have to find where I think I did it toward the end of the month. So I don't know, I might try to pull out a sheet somewhere. I think I have like of this size, like random blank sheets that I can add to my planner, but I started writing here that it takes $597 per paycheck to be debt-free by my birthday. I get my last paycheck, I get paid on the 24th. My birthday is on the 26th of July. So I've been kind of tracking the amount that I'm putting. Like I'm trying to stick to a minimum of 600, and I'm just kind of keeping track, like how much extra that I've put and how much above the target that I am. And if I keep with this method, like there are going to be some paychecks that it is tight, but I would like to try. So I've already decided that $600, I'll just put it now because the paycheck has just happened. I kind of looked that over a little bit, but I'm going to try to do 600, and so that's an extra $3 above target, which means that we are 13 above target. So we're going to do that for now, and I might redo this and put it on a different sheet just to track that. Okay, now let's go to the end of my planner here. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to take a look here. I've been updating as we go. So in April, I used up a dry shampoo. Oh, there was something else that I used up. What was it? Oh, well, I guess it technically wasn't a category of things to prevent product waste, so I guess I won't write it, but I used up like a heat protectant spray the end of April as well. And in April, I finished How to End a Love Story. Such a good book. Oh, dude, I was crying like a baby at the end of the story. It pulled on my heartstrings, but it's a really good book. I can't think of the author's name right now. I believe it's from HarperCollins Publishers, but it was a really, really, really good book. Basically, the long and the short of the story was back when this girl was in high school, her sister, and she happened to jump out into traffic, and a fellow high schooler guy that she went to school with happened to hit her. So the family kind of like blames him for the death all these years. Fast forward later in life, she writes a story that becomes a big hit and earns a television show on a major network. And so like she goes to this writer's room and like works with these people, and this guy that had hit her sister and ultimately killed her is on this team, and so they have to work closely together, and there's just like a lot of angst there, and eventually it just turns into them falling in love. But she struggled with that because of her family blaming him and that sort of thing. So it's basically a story of their relationship together and how that blossoms. So really good book. I really enjoyed it. Now we can go here. So I paid off my loan, zero balance. Technically, I paid it off April 17th, but I didn't get the push notification until yesterday, April 30th, that they finally have me at a zero balance. So I get to officially color this, which is exciting. And I'm keeping my voice down because Kylie was sleeping, but I heard her awake. And I don't know if she's still awake. Not everybody knows about YouTube, and I try to keep it private. Okay, then my student loans, I made that extra. So I made sorry for the sloppy writing. I made my April payment on April 7th, and then when I got paid on April 17th, I did the extra payment. So after I paid off my personal loan, whatever was left out of because I budgeted $600 to debt, I took the remaining and I put it to debt. So at the time, like I said earlier, it's $3,979.59. So we are going to color up until that point, which we'll say, oh, I get to go slightly above this line. So we're slightly more than based on when I started tracking. Didn't start tracking until February of 2024. So keep that in mind. Obviously, at one point, my student loans were way higher than this. Way, way, way higher. I mean, I've had these student loans since age 18. So I've been paying on these for a minute. So just keep that in mind. But that is where we are at with that. So really, every month, that's kind of what I do behind the scenes. I like to update my trackers. I like to set up my to-do list. I like to set up my budget sheets. I like to set up my month at a glance. So, oh, and I like to track like my debts and 401k and all of that stuff. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know down below if I should keep doing these. And if you have not already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.